Hey everybody, Jeff here, and I wanted to talk about the Direct. The Smash Direct that happened earlier today was a humongous disappointment. Now, hear me out. This Direct was supposed to be, and is, unfortunately, the final Direct that revealed the final characters for the whole roster. Those characters ended up being Ken and Incineroar. Now, I'm upset about this for many reasons. First of all, Ken and Incineroar. A lot of people out there were complaining about these two characters. That Ken is boring and Incineroar is boring as well. I mean, a lot of people were complaining that we don't even need another Pokemon. I'm kind of happy with Incineroar. I'm gonna be honest. I like Incineroar. I use him for Pokemon Sun, and I think he's a really cool Pokemon. He looks nice in the game, and I'll give Sakurai that. But Ken is not something I enjoy. He's a character that I didn't even really want in the game at all, and I just think that Ken is just disappointing. I mean, you announce characters like King K. Rool, Ridley, Simon Belmont, and then you announce Ken and Incineroar, an Echo, and a Pokemon as the final reveals for the roster. It's very underwhelming. Not only that, but then you go on to disconfirm all these characters that people have been rooting for since the days of Brawl. You disconfirm Isaac as an assist trophy, Shadow as an assist trophy, Geno as a spirit, Geno, the character that I have been driving for since Brawl, that a lot of people have wanted in this game, that Sakurai himself said he wanted to make a playable fighter in the game, made him a spirit. Now, a majority of the reason that this makes me so angry is because Sakurai stated that he was using the Smash Ballot to pick newcomers for this game. Now, that might have been true. It might have. King K. Rool and Ridley seem like two characters that definitely placed decent on the ballot. We're probably at least in like the top 5. But, answer me this. Do you think that Isabelle got anywhere near the top of the ballot? Do you think Ken or Incineroar got anywhere near the top of the ballot? No. No, they didn't. I could even believe that Simon didn't even do well, since his hype has kind of died down a little bit. I could believe he made it into like the top 10, maybe top 15, but top 5? No. Geno and Isaac were characters that definitely made it into at least the top 7. And these characters are characters that people have been asking for. Yet we're given Ken and Incineroar. Why? Well, I think I can answer why both these characters were chosen. I think Incineroar was chosen for the reasons that, well, I think everyone believed. Incineroar was chosen before Sun and Moon even launched. Remember, the final roster was probably decided around like 2015, 2016. So, it probably happened with Incineroar the same thing that happened with Greninja. Sakurai came and he chose a design for a Pokemon and said, hey, I'll use that for the game, and then put him in the game, because he looks like a fighter. He's a literal wrestler. That's why his throws and stuff are so good. Ken, I'm pretty sure Ken just seemed like the most plausible Echo. I mean, Ryu and Ken are basically the original echoes of each other, so, you know, just seemed so obvious. And that's what made it boring. It's so obvious. Ken and Incineroar were both choices that everyone was pretty much expecting from the beginning. Having them be the final reveals is not hype at all. It's not. And then deconfirming characters like Isaac, Geno, Shadow, just, it's so bad that it makes the Direct not worth it, honestly. It really is not. Now, another thing that I think hindered the Direct was Spirits Mode. Everyone found out that this was going to be called Spirits Mode, and everyone knew it was going to be called that. Everyone thought, oh, it's going to be a new subspace. Oh, it's going to be an adventure mode like Melee. Yes, that's true for the most part, but there's no more cinematics like it was in Subspace Emissary and Brawl, and it's probably not going to be anywhere near as fun as it was in Adventure Mode and Melee, since, as we've seen, there's no walking around and punching stuff. It's pretty much just on a stage, beating people in missions to unlock spirits, and honestly, it could be fun, but it just doesn't look like something that I'd go into depth about and like to play. It just looks so dull. I'm sorry, but it is. And Spirits Mode was something that a lot of people hyped up, and it just did not live up to it, honestly. It didn't. And now let's get to the most obvious reason that I think this Direct sucked. At the end of the Direct, who was announced but Piranha Plant? One of the characters that everyone was like, oh my gosh, wow, this character got in. Like, no one expected this character to get in. Barely anyone, I think, wanted this character in, and they are being saved for free for, like, DLC, I think, for, like, day one or something. I've got no clue. But Piranha Plant is a character that, I mean, he looks cool, but it's like, I don't really care for this character, honestly. And if you do, that's fine. But, like, you don't add in Gino, you don't add in Isaac, you don't add in Shadow, you don't even add in Waluigi, but you add in a Piranha Plant. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's disappointing, to say the least. The character reveals sucked. Spirits Mode looks disappointing. It was pretty much just a big mess, honestly. It was terrible. It was trash. And that's my thoughts on this Direct. It was not good. It wasn't. And if you thought the Direct was good, then that's good for you. At least you enjoyed it. And I don't think anyone out there is being ungrateful when they say they don't like the Direct or that the character reveals were disappointing, because they were. They were. The Direct sucked, honestly. Compared to everything we've gotten so far, the Direct is probably the most disappointing thing I've seen to come out of Smash Ultimate. It is by far the worst Smash Ultimate Direct. I'd say even Smash Direct of all time. It was terrible. And that's how I see it. The worst Smash Direct we've ever gotten. Thank you for listening.